Hey, it's Kendall and this is 90 Second Church. Before we begin, if you haven't done so already, please follow us on Facebook or subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can catch the next episode. We're in a series called Here's Hope. It's a study through the New Testament book of 1 Thessalonians, the theme of which is hope. Today we're in 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, verse 3. It's short but powerful. It simply says, God's will is for you to be holy, so stay away from all sexual sin. Now here's a little bit of background. The Thessalonians lived in a culture in which sex outside of marriage was often considered an act of worship to the gods. For example, there was a temple in the Greek city of Corinth that was dedicated to the goddess of love that was served by more than 1,000 prostitutes. So Paul here is teaching them, the Thessalonians, that following and honoring Jesus as their Lord is different from what they're used to. See, over and over, Scripture tells us that as followers of Jesus, we are to strive for lives of sexual purity in thought, word, and action. Scripture tells us several things about what that looks like. First, and most importantly, this does not mean that we are to suppress or squelch our sexuality and become non-sexual beings. Rather, we are to surrender our sexuality to God because our bodies belong to Him. Second, it means that by God's power and grace in us, we refuse to objectify other people in lust, whether through pornography or fantasy or sexual abuse or coercion. And by the way, this is true whether you are married or not. It's never okay to turn another human being into an object. All right, thirdly, it means that we either have sex in the context of Christian marriage or we remain celibate. Now, for those of you who just fell off your chair, I'm not saying that's easy. I'm just saying this is what it means to surrender my sexuality to Jesus. And you have to wrestle with what that looks like. Now, listen, if you're not a follower of Jesus, please don't get stuck here, right? You need to look first at whether or not you want to follow Jesus. And once you get that issue settled, then He will lead you into purity and holiness. Bottom line, if you follow Jesus, let everything in your life honor God, including your sexuality. Surrender it all. Body, mind, heart, and soul. We'll talk to you soon.